Alright guys, we're going to be looking at notation styles, and the first one of which is inequality. Type that in here. And the other one is interval. Okay. Alright. So there's basically different ways to describe the same thing, okay? And there's a purpose for that, which we won't get to here, but the different interpretations is important, okay? So before we get started, these are number lines, right? Very familiar to us. Things to look at are these open circles, these arrows, right? These red lines, close circle, arrow, open, open, close, close. Can be very well aware of what they represent, what they do. Okay, so let's go ahead and put words into some of these expressions here. Right? As we can see, we have the words number less than 3. Right? Numbers less than 3. So if we look at the 3 and highlighted all these numbers, right, they happen to be to the left, so they're less than 3. So this is, right, English, number line, and then we're going to continue different interpretations to describe the same thing. So let's go ahead and look at the rest of these. Okay. On this one, look what it says for words. Okay. Numbers greater than or equal to -2. So here's -2, and in this case it's to the right, so yeah, greater than, but look what it also says, equal to, right? This one didn't say equal to, this one does. So the question is why, and the answer is because this one's open, so there's no equal. This one's closed, so there is equal. Okay? Let's look at this one. Numbers between 2 and 4. Here's 2, here's 4. Okay, these numbers in between. And notice that there's no equal once again because of the open circles. Numbers 1 through 3. Okay, although it doesn't say equal to, it does include the 1, okay, which means it can equal 1 all the way through 3, and it can equal the 3, so closed circle. So those are things to be aware of, okay? So let's talk about which one first. Let's make note of this, okay? So if you have closed circle, okay, that means there's equal to. If it's an open circle, you do not have equal to. Okay, so that's going to be very important. Alright, so let's go ahead and complete one of these here. Okay, this first one, the inequality notation, you guys have seen it. Okay, we've got something like this, x less than 3. Okay. Now there's no x here, so this might be confusing. So here's a tip, is to look at x and replace it with the following. All numbers. And I'm going to spell that. All numbers. Okay. So let's go and substitute x for all numbers. So this then reads all numbers less than 3. Numbers less than 3. So this says the same as this and the same as this. Okay. Now next, interval notation, we would have the following. Okay. Here, okay, we notice the use of the parentheses, by the way. Okay. Here what we're saying is, hey, this is infinity. Okay, as many as you guys know, negative means you're going left, right? So go this way forever, and that's what the arrow says, right? However, once you start moving to the right, you stop at 3, but you don't include it, and that's the use of the parenthesis. Okay, let's do one more here. Okay, in this case, we're going to have x is greater than negative 2. Here's negative 2, and all these numbers are greater. So instead of saying x, I'm going to say all numbers greater than negative 2 and equal to negative 2 because of the closed circle, right? Closed circle equal. Now, interval notation, let's take a look. We have negative 2, and going this way, we have infinity, right? Infinity because it goes this way forever. Now look at the difference between these two. Okay, the 3 here had a parenthesis because of the open circle. Here we have a bracket because of the closed circle. So let's make note of that. Okay, so you can have these brackets, right, if you have the closed circle, and you will use parentheses if you have the open circle. Okay. Now, while we're on the topic, okay, notice that closed circle produces this, closed circle produces equal. So there would be a relationship between an equal sign and a bracket. Same thing with open circles, right? Open circles, you cannot equal. Open circles leads to parentheses, so then there's a relationship between parentheses and inequality, or not equal to. Okay. All right. Now these look a little more intense, so let's go and write them out. 2 is less than x is less than 4, and here we would have 2 comma 4. Okay. So, as you can notice, right, this is all the numbers between 2 and 4, not including, right, you can't equal them. So look what this says. Just forget about this part for now. Okay, let me borrow this. Okay. Let's see if I can. Okay. Notice what this is. This is all numbers greater than 2. All numbers greater than 2. And this one says all numbers less than 4. Okay, so all numbers less than 4. So even though it looks a little intense, you just kind of break it down into those two parts. Now look what this says. Okay, you're going from 2 to 4, everything in between, but these parentheses say you cannot equal. Right? Parentheses, not equal. So that's a statement. Okay. Now at this point you might be able to do this on your own. Okay, you can stop the video and try it, but here is what this one would look like as inequality notation and interval notation. So once again, right, we know that these are the numbers 1 through 3. Okay. Through meaning you can include the 1 and the 3. So let's take a look at that, right? All numbers greater than equal to 1, all numbers greater than equal to 1, but all numbers less than equal to 3. All numbers less than or equal to 3. And that's what that statement represents. Now this one here, okay, this is the interval notation from numbers 1 through 3, and guess what the bracket says? It says, hey, include the 1. Right? Look, close equals included, close, use a bracket, that's what we did. So the only distinction is this one said, hey, 2 to 4, but do not include the 2 and the 4. Why? Because you can't include them or equal them to that. Okay, thanks for watching. Have yourselves a good one.